What's up, YouTube? Join us on this adventure of Coddiwomple Overland as things get sticky in the LBL. Coddiwomple Overland is brought to you in part by Overland Vehicle Systems, One Stop Overland, and Faster Flate. We woke up early on a Wednesday morning to make our way towards Land Between the Lakes, where we would spend the next 5 days. We met up with our new friends Dan and Robin with Highlift Offroad just across the bridge. This happened to be the Wednesday before 4th of July, so we knew that a lot of the premium campsites would be taken up. This weekend was going to be a little bit different than most all of our other trips. When we were at LBL last year, we dispersed camp at several different campsites, but we had a lot of trouble finding ones that were vacant after our first couple days of being there. We also had several people that were going to be coming in on different days and meeting and setting up with us. So for these reasons, we decided to base camp for this week. And the first one we tried to get, you guessed it, Persimmon Beach.
Yeah, I see a tent.
We kind of expected it, but yeah, Persimmon Beach was taken. At this point, the search was on. We would spend the next 80 miles and majority of the afternoon trying to find the perfect camp spot. We finally found a spot right on the lake in a really nice cove and knew that this was going to be the perfect spot for the rest of the week. In very short order, dinner was being fixed and camp was getting set up. Dan and Robin were making themselves at home as well. On the menu tonight, Southwestern Philly quesadillas.
That's good.
After dinner, we all just relaxed, enjoying camp and checking out some of the wildlife that calls this awesome place home. Deb, whistle. After a great night's sleep, we enjoyed a fresh cup of coffee and some incredible apple croissants out of the oven. Not too long after breakfast, the rain decided to set in. As we said in previous videos, sometimes you've just got to slow down and enjoy what's around you. We decided to do that for the whole day, and we never left camp. The next morning, Robin made us an incredible breakfast, which gave us plenty of fuel for the full day on the trails that lie ahead. After breakfast, we made our way toward the Golden Pond Visitor Center, where we meet up with Kelly, Tracy, Connor, and John. We quickly made our way onto the 300 road. Given the amount of rain we had the day before, it was sure to be a muddy day. We did hit small sections of blacktop as we would go from one 300 road to the next. Kelly, can you hear me on this one now? As muddy as some sections were, the creek beds had drained and dried up really fast. At this point, we were looking for a 300 road that would put us down next to the lake so we could have a nice lunch on the lake shore. Right there's the way back out. Well, guess what?
Tell them real quick to back up and go up that.
So the good news is there's a loop. The bad news is we got to turn around before we can get up the loop.
Unless they can back up.
Nice.
As we backed up to continue the loop, we were presented with our first real obstacle. It was an uphill that was rutted. This obstacle could have been a little tough for a stock vehicle, but everybody in this group was on at least 37s, so they made it look pretty easy. Actually, the most difficult part was making the turn so we could get set up to make the climb.
I cannot believe you turned that around there.
John had just bought his new Gladiator. Him and Connor had outfitted it, and this was his first time ever wheeling it. He was looking like a natural. Lunch beside the lake didn't look like it was in the cards, so we just picked a nice shady spot along the trail. After lunch, the trails continued to get more and more interesting, and the mud holes continued to get deeper and deeper. When this ground gets wet down here, it gets very, very slick because of the amount of clay in it. At this point, we had turned onto Trail 357, and this is where the holes really got deep. I don't know yet. The further in we went, the deeper and longer the mud holes became.
Oh my.
And this is where the fun really began. Yep, that's a power wagon on 37 stuck. We had a company reach out to us to review a set of their traction boards. I thought this would be a perfect time to give them a shot. Not only did we try our traction boards, but we also tried Connor's in addition to ours. This was any of our first time trying to use traction boards, and they may work for a lighter vehicle, but what we found for this power wagon was with 8,000 pounds, it just spit them out the back.
Right. Nice and easy, Kel.
At this point, it was time to deploy something that we knew would work, a tried and true winch. Kelly deployed his winch and set up a perfect double pull, only to find out that his remote wasn't working. Then he pulled out his wire remote, only to realize that it doesn't work either.
That ain't good.
So we turned our Jeep around and got it into position to pull Kelly out.
Okay.
We pulled him out very easily, but a little bit of inspection on down the trail showed that we had a lot more, even bigger mud holes to deal with. So we decided to turn around. We made our way back to camp so everybody could get set up. We were also expecting a few more people to come into camp that evening. Bill and Tab had made it in their newly lifted Jeep Cherokee after he had gotten off work. So our first day on the trail, Kelly is under the ram.
Yes, he is.
We had a little bit of a winch issue when we got stuck in the mud today.
Yes, I did.
So we have plenty of other winches, and rather than try to take this one apart, diagnose it, we're just going to go ahead and pull the cable off of it, and he's going to work on it when we get back home.
Yeah, with 4 other winches in the party, no need to tear into the contactor and cause more problems, you know?
Right. So one thing we learned today was when you do start to pull your winch, hit a button to make sure it'll go in or out instead of pulling 100 foot of steel.
I was just going to say, don't pull 100 foot of steel before you make sure your winch works.
That's right. As everybody was getting comfortable around camp, it was time to start dinner. Deb was going to try out her new Sea to Summit pots and was going to make crock pot pizza. While all this was going on, John's kids had a chance to enjoy the water, do a little bit of fishing, and just be like kids like we used to be. Everybody was having a great time just hanging around camp and getting to know each other.
Salty and peppery.
There were several different delicious meals being made. It's a homemade duck line. Yeah, I flew the drone over there a minute, or yesterday, looked at it.
You did, okay.
Where at?
After dinner, and Bill just getting off work from pouring concrete, it was time for him to try out the new Joolca shower.
If it doesn't get hot, you got a chance of getting it down.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. I
I'm not real sure how this is gonna work out. Y'all gonna see some stuff you don't want to see, probably.
We're just waiting for the clothes to fly out the door. Do you need a chair?
Just take your Crocs off.
Well, I'm in the middle of it now. I'm right there in the middle, baby. Okay, here we go. There's that. You have those.
Okay.
Hold on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm all right. All right. I give the shower, I'll probably give it a 5. It's good. The tent, no. You need something else to take your to use your shower. The tent is very cumbersome.
So the tent is not actually a Joolca product.
Right.
Joolca actually makes a 2-room shower tent.
That would be preferable.
So you have enough room in one side to take your shower.
Right, and
Then
then
you
change.
can step into the other side, into the dry side.
That's your problem.
And so what you're telling me is the Joolca is grade A, but we need the ensuite double.
Oh yeah, the shower's fantastic.
Okay.
It is really good, but you have to try to get dressed in the same area you take a shower in. That's an issue.
All right, well, we're gonna fix that. But as far as the hot shower goes,
oh yeah,
we've got a winner.
Yes, great, fantastic.
Right. Cool. The rest of the evening, we all just hung around camp. After dark, we watched the fire dwindle down, and it was time for bed. Thanks again for watching Coddiwomple Overland. I hope you've enjoyed part 1 of our LBL trip. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And remember, like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, see ya.